Hey everyone. This episode involves themes of family trauma and the death of a parent. If that might be uncomfortable for you, please think about your listening choices. It's okay. And just take care of yourselves. If you ever feel suicidal, please call your local crisis center, emergency services, or a national hotline. There is a link to an international list of crisis hotlines listed in the description below. Remember, you matter. The camera pans in to the bathroom of the Music City hot chicken restaurant that you guys decided to have lunch in. And we see Dan looking at himself in the mirror. Dan, what are you feeling right now?
Mostly exhaustion. Dan is having a little bit of a moment, like sort of staring in the mirror at himself. He's in the throes of many hours awake, and he's having one of those little moments where you've been awake a long time and your vision sort of goes nuts, and like a darkness creeps in from the outside of his vision. His eyes narrow, and he just splashes some water on his face, does a little bit to wipe the grime off of his face. Water trickles down his like bestubbled face.
Dan, I want you to roll plus sharp.
Okay, that's a mixed success.
You're haggard, you're tired, you've been awake for far too long, and as you splash this water in your face and you close your eyes, you see the brief vision of whatever it was at the end of your dream lunging down at you, and you start away from the sink.
I'm gonna do you one more. I think Dan punches the mirror and cracks it. So through the spiderwebbing shards out from his fist, which now is a little scratched up, you see that Dan, he hasn't had a haircut in a while. His hair's growing down almost to like, well, it's a lot shaggier than it has been. The lowest parts are just touching his lower neck, almost shoulder level. All the book delving has affected his vision, and so he's recently gotten a prescription of glasses, and he has these like sort of blocky frames that he wears now, which currently, after splashing water in his face, he has them tucked into his pocket, but he pulls them out and slips them on. He's got a little bit of like a almost beard happening. And the most significant change that you notice is that the titular iconic Yellowstone hoodie that has been part of his kit since time immemorial has been swapped out. He's now clad in a pair of khaki jeans, a sort of like white gray CSU polo, and over the polo is a jean jacket.
All right.
Dude, Dan's kind of hot.
Dan gets a grip, runs some water over his bloody knuckles, and runs his hand under the automatic towel dispenser, cleans himself up a bit before stepping back out.
Yeah, the camera follows Dan over the shoulder as he walks back into the seating area and sits down at the table with everyone else.
I keep my fucked up hand under the table for the rest of the conversation.
Can I investigate a mystery to get a vibe check on Dan?
Ooh, okay.
What's the roll
Dan is a
for
mystery.
vibe check? Did we decide that?
I walk up to the table with a, sorry, what'd I miss?
So Journey, go ahead and roll sharp.
Oh, okay. 7 mixed. Pretty bad for me.
We're all starting off not so
Yeah.
great.
I think on a 7, you catch like a brief glimpse of Dan's injured hand as he's coming back, but you don't quite pick up on it. It could have just been like a trick of the light.
Okay. Then I won't say
Yeah.
anything for now.
So normally, Dan wears fingerless gloves to hide his tattoo. Maybe what you notice is that Dan took his glove off for a second and sort of wrapped his hand in a paper towel, but he's mostly keeping it like in his pocket.
Okay.
So Mordecai, you just got off the phone with LaFleur. How are you processing this right now?
I think for the first time in a long time, Mordecai is kind of processing a lot of emotions that he kind of kept locked away pre-CSU days. He hasn't been home since right after high school, like since he was 17, and he's like what, 22 now. So
Yeah.
he hasn't been home in like 5 years, and Kate, triggering that awakening like a week ago. He's remembering more and more stuff from when he was younger, and the thought of going back home is a little overwhelming, but where he usually kind of substitutes feeling with drugs, he's kind of frozen, just looking off into the trees, wearing the glasses, stunned. And then kind of just shaking it off, realizing that he's kind of just been standing outside for a while. He walks back to the table, I guess after Dan has already sat down. So he comes back and Dan's already sitting.
And Mr. Sitwell is just here munching down on some fucking wings. You're like, ooh, when they say Nashville hot, it could be a little hotter. Oh, no, never mind.
Such a dad. Guys, I have a fun activity we could all do today.
Ooh, fun activity.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do love activities.
I will cede to your expertise.
You guys want to hang out at my house?
Yeah, we've never been to your house.
I didn't know you lived around here.
Mordecai, since when have you had a house? We live in the dorms.
Yeah, so, I live pretty close to school, like an hour and a half away by car. Yeah.
Close by Colorado standards.
Yeah, it's up in the mountains. It's pretty cool. You guys want to
In the mountains, huh?
get some fresh air, see the sights?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sounds isolated.
What a wild way to describe a situation.
No, there's a tone of comfort in Dan saying that.
Of course there is.
It still does not stop Journey from giving him kind of a look.
Yeah, Dan, it's isolated, but come on, you're gonna say it like that.
Oh no, I mean like I meant that in a good way. Like, yeah, I'm excited to check it out, man.
Oh, that makes one of us.
Wait, why would you not be excited about your own house?
No, I am. I didn't say anything.
But okay, suspicious.
Mordecai clears his throat. Yeah. So we can head back to the campus and get some things, and then Dan, can I talk to you for a second outside?
Yeah, man, always.
Journey, can I
Yeah.
talk to you as well?
I'm included in this. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's okay. Give us a second, Dad. Hold down the fort for us.
All right, yeah. You young bloods just go and have a chat. I'll be here. And he just keeps going on with his chicken.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna grab a triangle of quesadilla and bring it with me.
What a mood.
Hey guys, Mordecai pulls out a blunt and starts striking it. So you guys are my best friends.
Aw.
I haven't been home in a long time, but kind of got some serious news, and I just want you guys to be there when I get it.
What?
What kind of serious news? Dan says with this boyish pretending to have no idea.
What do you mean serious news? Is everything okay?
Oh, dude, I got a letter from my mom. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Is your
Do you normally get letters from your mom?
Well, no, she's been missing for like 18 years.
wait? Hold on. Huh? Wait a minute. Back up. So this is the first time that she's contacted you in almost 2 decades?
What were the situations surrounding her disappearance?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. I think it's an old letter.
Oh yeah.
So I just haven't been home in a while, and I kind of just need some, like, I need the homies with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Journey is obviously extremely curious and is very much resisting the urge to ask too many questions because she is trying not to overwhelm him. So she's just tight-lipped.
Dan may or may not resist the urge to ask too many questions.
Thanks. I love you guys. And he gives both of you like a big hug at the same time.
Oh.
Thanks.
Wow, Dan, say it back.
Dan returns with like a because he's keeping his one hand in his pocket, so with his quesadilla hand he sort of reaches around your shoulder a bit and gives you not a pat because that would compromise the quesadilla, but just a tap with his wrist.
Not just the Christian side hug, but the Christian quesadilla side hug.
I am trying so hard not to say something right now.
Let it out.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's just a reach
You know
around
we've always
joke.
got your
That's
back.
all.
Fucking hell.
That had to be coming.
Yeah, man. We know we've always got your back.
Your front.
Your front.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in the car. Is there anything that you guys want to Mordecai, you mentioned stopping in and picking things up at the campus. Is there anything in particular you want to say about that?
Mordecai just wants to go back and grab his mom's journal, and grab the hilt of the broken sword, that he had during the Dark Watchers arc. Just gonna go pick those things back up. And are we taking the same car or separate vehicles?
Dan would kind of want to drive, like have the van there. Yeah, let's do me and Mord and Journey and Mr. Sitwell.
You guys all finish up at the hot chicken place and drive over to the dorms. Mord, you go pick up your items, and then you're out in the parking lot, and Mr. Sitwell says, like, all right, well, I can take Journey up.
I'll drive my my van. I prefer to have it on hand, you know.
Yeah, I completely understand. Well, then, yeah, we'll just follow you guys up.
Cool. Don't drive too fast. A lot of winding roads up in the mountains. So, just keep close. It's a ways, so, don't get lost.
Word, yeah. Well,
Yeah, fair enough.
just give me the directions, and we'll be all right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool. And yeah, we get started on the road, driving up through Colorado in the late spring, the winding roads in the forests overlooking the beautiful lakeside town, and just winding up into the mountains as we make our way towards Mystrend Manor.
Yeah. As we're driving, I want to talk to Mort a little bit. Hey, man. So, is there anything like weird about this place?
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to like strike any nerves. I don't want to like make you feel uncomfortable or bring up bad memories or anything. But is there any reason that we should have to be like prepared for anything?
Mordecai kind of chokes back on that inhale. I mean, I don't know, dude. I might cry. So if you could like prepare a hug,
Dude, you know I've always got hugs in the chamber.
go Rams.
Go Rams. I don't use them a lot, but I've got them.
Go Rams. Mordecai, roll
Go
a
Rams.
D20 for me.
We're doing D20s again?
What is this? 5th edition?
Nat 20.
Sheesh.
You're fucking with me.
No, it's right there. It's a nat 20.
Is that in the chat?
It's in the chat.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Eat shit.
Okay.
Great.
Oh no.
Great.
Fuck this game. We're playing D&D now.
I love when Jason prepares a thing and it's like, yeah, this will probably naturally build at a normal rate.
I thought that this might never happen and it would just be a thing that we rolled for funsies
Oh no. What have you
every
done?
couple of mysteries in season 2 just to see if it ever pops up. But nope. Okay.
First roll. Let's go.
Here we go.
Look.
Motherfucker.
Look, listeners,
Um,
one thing you got to understand. Mordecai is always rolling lethal. When he fails and succeeds, it's always W's. Never forget it.
Holy shit. A thing has been set in motion now that I was not expecting to already be in motion.
So Dan asks Mordecai, like, hey man, can I ask you something?
Yeah, what's up?
As you ask that, a large animal of some kind swoops out of the sky and just barely misses crashing into your car and continues flying off into the woods. But just for the briefest second, you could swear that you see 2 incredibly bright red eyes.
Yeah, Dan swerves for a second and then pulls over.
Oh, shit.
Jesus fucking goddamn mother God Christ. And he hops out of the car and like looks in the direction of the thing, trying to follow its path.
Journey, you see this. You see the van in front of you guys swerve, and Mr. Sitwell pulls the truck over, pops his head out and out the window, and says, "Hey, are you guys all right?"
Dude, did you see that? We saw an eagle.
Did you see
What?
where it went? That was
A
not
what?
an eagle.
An
No,
eagle.
we didn't see anything. Are you guys okay?
You didn't see anything? It was huge.
I just saw your truck, your car swerving.
Dude, Dan, they didn't see the eagle.
We're just
There
looking
are
at each
eagles
other.
here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of critters up in these woods.
That was no goddamn eagle.
Yeah, I thought I saw something come in front of y'all. It was pretty big.
All right, drive carefully and give a little honk if you see anything worth being cautious of, okay?
Yeah, you stay alert too. All right.
Yeah, I'm less worried. This van's pretty heavy, but be prepared to take evasive action if in case like something comes at you.
Right. That phrasing specifically gets a little bit of like a wry smile out of Mr. Sitwell, but you can also see that he smiles for a second and then like it drops off because that phrasing to him signals that's the kind of thing that my coworkers say. That's not the kind of thing that a kid says.
Yeah,
And that just like clues him in a little bit more.
Ben's gonna pull his glasses off, rub his eyes real good for a second, shake his head, and then say, "All right, glasses back on. Let's get back on the road."
Yeah, mine too. And Mordecai's going to put on his glasses as well.
Oh, interesting.
Actually,
I-
recently Mordecai has been wearing them more often than not wearing them.
Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely got an all the time prescription on.
The year is 1890. The place is a quickly growing city in England. The problem? There's been a murder. Well, Martin, there's been an incident. From the crew that brought you Thornvale, a new Urban Shadows actual play adventure arrives. Meet the Lord, Martin Harcroft. And of course, you're still not interested in sharing your plans.
Not until things are a bit more developed.
The blind industrialist Sebastian Ferris.
I actually own the factory over yonder there.
And the ghost who's in denial about her own undeath, Eleanor Rigby.
You're a ghost?
What? No, very much alive.
I think it takes one to know one.
Master of Ceremony Susanna will take Andrew, Wesley, and Hannah through a dark and gritty city.
You don't know who Samson Casey is, and you're walking around here alone.
Full of secrets and magic.
There's a bit of a pop of green light, and in her hand forms a glass of wine.
These unusual companions will have to team up to answer one question. Who killed August Hayworth?
August Hayworth?
Hearing his name, he kind of blearily looks over at you. He looks confused.
She slaps him.
And he kind of reels back a little bit, and he says, "Oh, that felt familiar."
Welcome to Fellhaven.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening to Memester of the Week. That was a promo for fantastic people over at Fellhaven, the same producers of Thornvale, and the founding group for the wonderful Actual Place Discord server. If you're not in the Discord yet, please come hang out with us. It's super fun. There's so many cool people. We love hanging out and talking to you. So please follow us and chat with us there, on Twitter, on Blue Sky, on Tumblr, at MemsterOTWPod. We are on Twitch, streaming at least monthly on Streamster of the Week. We finished up the first Nancy Drew game. We've been working on Inscription, and also we are currently solving the mysteries of Fabletown in The Wolf Among Us. So please come check it out and check our social media to know when we're streaming, because we'd love to hang out and hear from you. We have some stickers available made by the wonderful L Rhymes with L that you can find on our Redbubble shop. And also, hey, by now you know, we have new art that was made by the fantastic Murphy Pop from $2 Creature Feature. And yeah, just a lot of really cool and great stuff. And so lastly, final item on the agenda. Please, if you like the show, if you're enjoying it, if you've listened to 50 plus episodes of the show, hey, rate and review us. Give us the stars in the sky and also the stars in your podcatcher. We love to hear from you. We love to hear your feedback, fan theories, and also just see how you guys are doing. Get to know you a bit. So, all of those things to say, hey, thanks. We're so happy to be doing this, and we can't wait to show you what's coming up. Bye. Yeah, you guys keep driving up. After a little while longer, you pull up on the gates of Mystrend Manor. This is just kind of pushed up into the mountains, surrounded by these large, thick forests, on this almost like neo-Victorian home. Think of like the house on Haunted Hill with these large stone gates, or rather stone pillars and then like iron wrought gates that have been opened up in expectation of your arrival. And as you drive down and like you pull into the kind of circle drive, this large like old brick building looms over you, and you see a man in kind of like casual suit waiting just in the shadow of the front step for you. He's wearing like, I'm gonna say like a nice khaki pant, white shirt, and then like blue blazer over top. Very like stoically faced, very like square jawed, short cropped hair that's starting to like gray a bit. And he waves hello as you guys exit your vehicles.
I'm gonna hang back for a second as we pull up, and as Mordecai gets out of the van, I'm going to reach into the glove box and bandage up my hand because I haven't properly done that yet. I'm going to bandage it with like enough gauze to cover up the bloody knuckles and also wrap around the tattoo because I can't really effectively wear my gloves with bandages.
Mordecai, as you get out of the van, you see Lafleur, and he says, "Oh, Master Brutus, thank you so much for coming. Who are your companions?"
Hey, Lafleur. Good to see you. Yeah. This is my best friend Dan.
I wave with my left hand from the van.
He's pretty chill, and this is kind of a celebrity, so be cool. This is the Journey Sitwell.
She like bounds up because she's super excited to see this, who she presumes to be a butler, just, like vibing outside of this house. And the concept, she is reverting back to her Barbie princess dream mountain magical mansion, I don't know, sort of aesthetic.
Yeah, I love Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I was going for. Words. So she just like bounds up and like extends her hand and she's like, "Hi, I'm Journey Sitwell. What's your name?"
Yeah, Journey, this is Lafleur.
Mr. Lafleur, nice to meet you. She's shaking his hand.
His hand is like, it's pretty cold and heavy. Like,
Immediately, Journey starts having PTSD flashbacks of Twilight vampire saga.
he's like, so when me and Jason were making this character, one of the analogs is the butler from the Munsters.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love that.
He's just a big motherfucker.
Yeah, just like 7'2", like
Oh my god.
giant pale man.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Sitwell.
Yeah, really nice to meet you. How long have you been working here?
Oh, I've been with the Mystrend family for an incredibly long time.
The thoughts of vampires increase.
Yeah, Lafleur has been taking care of me since I was like born, I guess.
Oh, wow. Huh. She is deep in thought.
Oh, well, yes, everyone. Mr. Sitwell walks up and says, "Oh, nice to meet you, LaFleur. This is a wonderful place you got here. Thank you so much for having us come visit. It's a pleasure. Thank you for man, those voices are so similar.
Maybe
Fuck me.
make Lafleur a little more Frenchy.
A little more French.
Yeah, a little more French. It is a
Oh,
pleasure.
that's too French.
That's not a little more French.
Maybe more French.
I am
That's full blown baguette.
Yeah, you went full baguette. You can't go full baguette.
Scary fact number 67.
There
There
is
is
a
a France.
Yeah, LaFleur is just, oh yes, thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Please come inside.
As Dan's catching up, as he closes the van door, he stops and like scans the tree line a bit before walking inside.
Dan's his best friend, so Mordecai's gonna try to hang back a bit. Maybe like Lafleur and Papa Sitwell are like in the front, and then Journey following close behind, maybe because she's a little suspicious of Lafleur maybe being a vampire.
Hey man, anything goes now. She's not writing anything off.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love it.
And then Mordecai, like, kind of just hanging back, waiting for Dan. Abby in tow, actually. Mordecai also having not been here for a while and kind of just looking around as Dan is fiddling around in the van. Kind of takes it in, like, this. He hasn't been to the estate, like, as Jason described, this, like, old Gothic Victorian manor in the grounds. Like, it was almost like a full 2-minute drive from the gate up to the drive, and it's dark. Like, this stone brick building that climbs up 4 stories above him, and like I guess it's called like a landing. It's well maintained grounds, like right up near the walls, the landing, the port. It's not like a porch, like it's like a stone landing with like steps, I guess, leading up to the like front door. So like a very well kept garden, but Dan, as you look through like the surrounding forest, like the grounds are massive, like huge. You can see like walled gardens and other like tertiary buildings like off in the distance. But even just behind you, you can't even see the gate where we entered from. The foliage is that dense. And Mordecai puts out his blunt, calls out to you, Dan, you good?
I'm a bit startled as I'm scanning the horizon, or not horizon, the grounds. Yeah, sorry. You notice as I'm sliding my bandaged hand into my pocket, I just needed to freshen up a bit before we go inside. Yeah, this place is huge, man.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I remember getting lost in here as a kid, playing in the forest too. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we probably should stick together then.
No, you'd be all right.
Oh, well, that's reassuring.
Should we get to it? Catch up?
Hey, man, just checking in. You doing all right? So far?
Honestly, my dude, I don't know. It's weird being back here.
I'm trying to imagine what being home would be like for me, and yeah, it would be. It would be weird too.
Wait, shit, Dan, where do you live? Where are you from?
Well, I always said Canada. Yeah, my childhood home's out in New Mexico, actually.
Oh, damn.
Out in the deep in the desert. It's not that pleasant. Scenery's a lot nicer here.
That's fair. Probably more green. Hey.
Much more green here, actually.
Hell yeah, it
Mordecai
is.
holds up a blunt.
Another one.
There has been a lot more green in my life since we started rooming together, bud.
True. You're welcome.
All right, let's link back up.
I guess everybody's kind of taking their shoes off, getting their house slippers on in the entrance hall, like this grand foyer.
Yeah, LaFleur like stops everyone for a second and like goes into a side room and returns with appropriately sized slippers for everyone.
He just eyes those puppies and is like, "Yeah, you're a 9.5."
He's a very good butler.
He's a professional.
Oh my god, he's a hell of a butler. Is he a demon?
I'll never
Is he a
tell.
vampire?
Is he a hell of a boss?
I just want you to know that Journey, from the moment that she gets these shoes on, she is looking at everything.
Good.
Yeah, and Journey, you see just like wild decor. Like there's a huge like iron and brass chandelier in this foyer that's candle lit.
Damn.
Porcelain vases with all sorts of like exotic flowers, black roses, red roses, white orchids, things like that. Just a sprawl, like a menagerie of oil paintings with different landscapes and like kind of like family portraits, like old school family portrait style things. Like in the 1800s, like you would go into like your parlor room and the dad would be like sitting in a chair, and then maybe his wife would be like standing behind him and the 2 kids like flanking him or something like that. There's a lot of different paintings like that. Once everyone gets situated in their perfectly fitted house slippers, LaFleur ushers everyone into the south side parlor room, that is kind of dark, lots of bookshelves and a large fireplace, places to sit. There's decanters of scotch and other libations off in the corner.
You've been libating in here?
I'm always libating.
I hardly know her.
Stop.
Is there
There it is.
is there weird taxidermy in this place?
Not in this room,
That's good.
but yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. An additional thing that Journey and Mordecai would notice, this entire, like the interior of this building and even the outside of this building, a bit has a soft silver radiance about it.
It's vampires.
Mordecai thinks he's high.
Mordecai is high. That's
Well, yeah.
Mordecai thinks correctly.
that's objectively true. Yeah, so you guys are in the parlor room here with LaFleur. Thank you, Master Bridges, for returning on such short notice. I came across this letter today when I was in the library, and it was addressed to you in your mother's hand. I felt it appropriate that you would see it.
Mordecai is just gonna take it and very delicately open it. What does it feel like? What kind of paper is it? Do I see anything?
When you open this, you notice that this is like fairly old parchment that you remember seeing your mother write letters on when you were a kid. It's addressed to you. It says, "My dearest little explorer, if you're reading this, then the time has come for you to know more about the truth of the world. And for that, I'm very sorry. I wish I could be there with you to help you, but unfortunately, I don't think I will be. This house and everything in it is yours, no one else's, with no one else's rights to it. I hope that it protects you, enriches you, and loves you half as well as I wish I could. I love you, son."
Mordecai just kind of holding back tears.
I'm gonna clap Mordecai's shoulder a little bit. Just gonna sort of be present since you look a little rough.
Mordecai kind of looks up and looks at Dan and Journey and to LaFleur. Maybe a quicker glance to Papa Sitwell because he is present. And just kind of like says out loud, "Wow, dude. Okay, so officially, this is all mine, I guess."
I'm sad that it is in your care, but I'm happy that it's you, and I will gladly stay in your service.
Yeah, thanks, LaFleur. I mean, guess you raised me. I don't know, Mordecai is just kind of like thinking like if he should move back or not. I mean,
Dan's gonna walk over to the wet bar and pull out a few glasses for everyone.
Yeah, I think LaFleur will see this and come over and help you.
Yeah, the help is welcome because I am trying to do it one-handed with my right hand in my pocket. We'll pass out a little scotch to everybody. Well, Mordecai, congratulations on being a homeowner and moving up in the world, you know?
thanks, man. I mean, I kind of already had the money. I just didn't think it would.
I think we should choose to be happy about it.
Thanks, Dan.
So, cheers. Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Cheers.
And then clinking glasses.
Go Rams. Clink, clink, clink.
And Journey, you can go Rams too now. Don't forget.
Go Rams. She takes a drink and immediately spits it out.
That is exactly what I was
I've
hoping
never
for.
had scotch before.
Oh, oh my God. Let me get you a towel.
Sorry.
LaFleur runs and gets a towel, cleans it up. Well, wonderful, everyone. Congratulations, Master Bridges. Would you all like a tour of the home?
Yes.
Wonderful. Follow me. Yeah, and he walks you through so many rooms. It feels like consistently that there's just more rooms than you think should be possible in this building. You like walk by an arboretum, you walk by a like kind of chemistry lab. The Bridges family was a family of scientists, first and foremost. And so there's a lot of just information here. And you pass by a lot of bedrooms and things like that. And then you come to a room that is a circle. It is a room that is it is a circle made of straight lines, and every flat plane has a door to it. And he's just like, ah, yes, this is the room of doors.
The room of doors.
The room of doors. As you see, there
That
are
seems fitting.
many doors.
Where did the doors go?
To the other side.
Well, we're not always sure.
Wait, hold on. Hold the phone.
Some of these doors have been locked for a very, very long time. And unfortunately, I don't have the keys and have not had them replaced.
Do you know who has the keys?
They are probably around here somewhere. I
Something
believe that the
snaps.
previous owners had that.
Something just fucking snaps in Journey's brain. She must find these keys. This has become her new life's purpose.
Well, what's wonderful about this room is that currently this is a shortcut to the library. He walks over, opens the door. You just kind of see a pass-through second door entry to this library. It's very warmly lit, a nice oak desk in the middle, some kind of like brass braziers lighting, nice soft lighting throughout, lines and lines of bookshelves. And Journey and Mr. Sitwell, as you walk in, Mr. Sitwell's jaw drops. And Journey, this room looks incredibly familiar to you.
Why does this room look incredibly familiar to me?
Because this is the same home office that your father has been using for years.
I think Journey kind of takes like a spit take. She like looks at the room, and then she looks at her dad, and then she looks at the room again, and then she looks at her dad and she goes, "Why are we here?"
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
This room normally doesn't have more than one door.
No. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Keeper of the House man, Mr. Butler man, sir.
Yes, my name is LaFleur.
Mr. LaFleur, sir. Oh god, this is gonna turn into a fucking Hamilton reference really quick.
LaFleur is fine.
Why is there a duplicate copy of the room that my dad and I used to study stuff in this house?
Now that is an interesting question. Let me answer your question with another question.
Oh.
Then, if that is true, then I assume that because you also know about it, and we are in the presence of friends and family here, that your father is a hunter of some sort, and so are the rest of you.
Dan gets pretty uncomfortable.
I mean, hunter is like a strong word. I don't even think my dad has his license for that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, hunter's a word for it, for sure.
Is it?
Are you a hunter, LaFleur?
I'm not a hunter. I'm a butler, but I'm a butler to hunters. And if Mr. Bridges is here now in the manner that he is, I assume it is because also he is a hunter as well.
Journey leans over to Dan, and she whispers into his ear, "My current working theory is that he's a vampire. Don't tell him."
I've never heard anything more plausible in my life.
Wait, what? Mom and Dad were hunters? No, they weren't.
Well, hunters is a very broad term. Specifically, Miss Cassandra was a researcher and alchemist.
What?
Yo, I think Mordecai is having a full-blown Spy Kids situation right now.
Yeah, Mordecai, some of this information would have been
My
made
name is a password?
pretty clear to you from your looking over Cassandra's journal after you received it. And at the name Cassandra, Mr. Sitwell starts Mr. Sitwell is surprised and says, Cassandra Ophis?
How many
Wait a
people do
minute.
you know, Dad?
I mean, I got around for a long
Oh,
time.
gross.
Wait a minute.
Not not like that.
What did you
Did you fuck my dad, Cassandra?
what did you do with my mom?
I apparently I met your mother back when her last name wasn't Bridges.
Ooh.
And
Wait a minute.
we were on a hunt together. I met her while I was doing a hunt trying to clear out some chupacabra who had been generally fucking up the ecology of Northwest Texas.
Wait, hold on. No way. Those are actually real.
Sweetheart.
Journey, that's not important right now. What did your dad do to my mom?
I don't... Dude, hold on. This is exciting for me. Those little guys are real?
Yeah. Chupacabra are real. They're nasty son of a bitch.
Aw.
Jackalope, also real. Very cute.
Yeah, also Chewbacca.
Chewbacca,
Also
also real.
Wait.
Bro, what?
And a fucking dick. Hate that guy.
Yeah, Chewbacca and Bigfoot are actually cousins. Bigfoot has never really forgiven Chewbacca for getting the major motion picture role that he did.
I try to stay out of the politics.
Okay, sorry, Mordecai, you're right. What is going on here? Can we all just sit down and have a talk real quick? I feel like we need to get some stuff established.
As we're doing that, I think Dan's gonna just feel around the room and try to search for any magical auras.
No, there would be no consequence to this. You just kind of do it, and you start seeing that silvery glow that Mordecai and Journey had already been seeing.
Wait, isn't silver the color of Mordecai's magic?
Uh-oh.
Mr. LaFleur, how old is this place?
Journey's got her notebook out. Pencil at the ready.
Mystrend Manor was established here just before the establishment of the territory of Colorado in 1859 by Albatreus Mystrend, who built the building in hopes of establishing a safeguard against supernatural threats and also a research position in the western part of the United States territories.
I have a follow-up question, Mr. LaFleur, sir. Were you also his butler? Her gaze is intense. She's asking this question.
Actually, no, I did not come until later.
No.
15 minutes later. I rolled in that afternoon.
She is very suspicious at the fact that he said come until later and not I wasn't born until way later.
Yeah. my crate arrived later.
But she doesn't ask any more follow-up questions and stays quiet for a bit. But you can see her just furiously scribbling in her notebook.
In my library deep dives or just general education, do I know anything about these names? Either the name of the guy who established the place or Mordecai's mom.
Yeah.
Mordecai's mom has got it going on.
Let's look at the basic moves real quick. Does investigate a mystery establish?
Good question. I think investigate a mystery is probably the best one.
Yeah, roll a flexible investigate a mystery.
All right. That's a failure.
You get to ask one general question. I get to tell you whatever I want.
Whatever the fuck you want.
Something bad happens.
God damn it.
Cool.
Get experience.
Do either of these people have like roles in the prophecies of the Brotherhood?
Which people?
Albatreus and Miss Bridges, Mrs. Bridges,
Yeah, Cassandra Opith.
Cassandra, Albatross, and Cassandra.
Neither of those names ring a bell for you in the major prophecies of the Brotherhood that you're aware of.
Okay.
To talk to how Mr. Sitwell knows, he says, "Yeah, we were taking care of some chupacabras in Northwest Texas to keep them from just decimating the ecology there, and she needed some books and extra research from her library and gave me this portal spell that I use and told me to go ahead and keep using it. That would be fine. That the library is a safe place that nothing can get into."
Dog, what?
Yeah, I mean, this was 30 years ago.
You've been teleporting into my house?
We've
Well,
been
I haven't been
teleporting
able
into
to
his house.
leave this room. That's the thing. This room only ever has one door and no windows when I'm here.
Wait. So is this a copy of the room or is this the room?
This doesn't look like my library.
Wait, is there an office phone in this room?
Uh,
In your office, is there an office phone?
yeah, yeah. There's like a small like landline.
Call it.
Yeah. Mr. Sitwell pulls out his cell phone. Dials in the number. It starts ringing.
Hey,
Pick up the
Dirty rushes
receiver.
over to pick it up. Hello.
I
Hello.
hand it to you.
Howdy.
Oh shit, guys, it's the room. Mordecai, she still hasn't put up the phone yet, so just all of this is being like loudly blasted into Mr. Sitwell's ears. Mordecai, I'm so sorry. We've been breaking into your house for I don't know how long now. I didn't know.
Dude, I thought this was just a library.
Oh, I mean, it is a library. Something that we didn't tell you because we didn't. I mean, you wouldn't understand as a child. This house is alive. This house is my best friend.
Dan gets incredibly uncomfortable.
Journey is sweating. The nervous sweats.
This house protects our family and everyone who is allowed to be here and keeps everyone safe.
Cool.
Sometimes it likes to play small tricks and have fun.
Cool. So, LaFleur, I have a question.
Yes.
Was this like a normal house and then was given life?
That is a really good question,
When
actually.
I got here, it was already wildly magical.
Okay, that doesn't like actually answer my question, my dude. But
Mr.
Okay.
Mr. LaFleur, sir, I have another question.
Yeah.
Does the house grow chicken feet?
That is also a really good
Does
question.
the house have feet?
I have never seen the house's.
That doesn't mean it doesn't have feet. She's writing in her notebook again.
Whoa, you're right. The house could be a transformer.
Or like Robert Yaga.
LaFleur, if the house transforms while we're in it, do we die?
Yes is the answer to that. Dan just like fixes his glasses a bit.
The house has no reason to harm you and wouldn't harm you because you are the owner of the house and its friends.
Okay,
Oh.
Mr. LaFleur, sir. Do you want to harm us?
No.
Are we tasty to you? You didn't answer the
What?
tasty question.
Answer the
Answer
question.
the question.
You're a concerning girl. Has anyone ever told you that?
Many
She's
times.
the granddaughter of the Fey King. So
What do you mean?
the Oberon fucked your grandma.
I wish you could stop. Like, I wish you would stop saying that.
Just embrace yourself.
Fascinating. No one in this room is particularly, one, attractive to me, two, tasty. You are all far too young for me, and I do not like anything raw. I actually quite prefer veganism.
So I'm not ruling out cannibal here. Just
Well, he did say he was a vegan.
he said he preferred that.
I've never seen LaFleur eat anybody.
You've never seen LaFleur eat.
Oh my
Huh.
god!
That's true.
There's just like a series of just incomprehensible scribbles all over her notebook at this point. She just...
You've never seen LaFleur eat. Also, the candlelit candelabra that you mentioned earlier, you've never seen that being lit. It has always been either lit or unlit at the appropriate time of the day that it should be lit.
Yeah,
I love
Mordecai doesn't think about anything like that.
I love the idea of like I love this like conceptual bit of like Journey spending the next who knows how long trying to figure out what manner of supernatural creature that this butler is, and he's just a regular guy. Yeah, he's just a
Yeah, it's a
fucking
manor.
regular guy. Like that's the bit. Yeah, he's
just
a
French.
French.
Amazing.
Yeah, God, that's what French people are like. Jeez.
LaFleur, this is an overwhelming amount of information in my family that I did not know about at all. Probably until like a week ago, I had some inkling that my mom was weird, but this is kind of crazy, dude. This is kind of crazy. This was like a thing like the whole time.
Oh, yeah. We tried to keep the more unpleasant aspects away from you, just so well, the emotional scarring and things like that. And just tried to take care of you because we didn't know if you wanted to. We didn't know if you would want to live in just the normal world because some people prefer that.
In order to have a preference, I have to understand the choices, but
That while that is true, also once you have knowledge of the supernatural, there really is no not having that knowledge unless you have a series of mind wiping magics done on you, or perhaps a curse or enchantment that prevents you from having that knowledge.
Yeah, there are elixirs too, but like, yeah, more. I hate to say it, but I think that was kind of a good choice. Like, knowledge of these things is pretty awful, and the things that it brings about being involved with this. All I'll say is, I wish I'd have had that choice.
Yeah, me too. At this point,
dude, what? We can do
Yeah.
magic. This shit is fun.
I wouldn't call it fun.
Well, without it, I wouldn't have met you guys, and
I mean, that part's great.
so I think it's a good thing. And I think we should enjoy magic, and I think more people should know about it, quite frankly.
But yeah, but now it's just given me difficulty in creating content.
Well, you could do what I did and just start giving sentience to random things.
Somewhere in the distance, Chromie ribbits.
Oh my god.
Are they here?
No.
Oh, okay.
You feel that through your telepathic bond.
It's like the fucking That's So Raven like eye
I'm having a
shot.
vision.
I'm having a
Yeah.
vision of fucking Fromy just eating some bugs or something. Guys, I have a thought. Crazy thought.
Crazy frog.
In Journey, Dan,
Okay.
please feel free to object. Y'all want to live in my house?
I'm still not convinced that the house isn't going to kill us.
I mean, I lived here for like 18 years just fine.
I can assure you that you are considered friends of the household, and the house will not behest you.
Okay, but like, are there things in the house that could behest us if we mess with them a little too much? Or that?
No.
Or behead.
Well, I'm here, but I also would not want to do that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, and if I'm in control, then my formal invitation is like a don't eat me pass, you know?
That is true. That is how the magic works.
Dan is gonna take a peek at the nearest bookshelf and just sort of browse the titles.
Yeah, you see a translation of the Emerald Tablet. You see a translation of the Rosetta Stone. You see many, many books about ecology and like the the balance of the world essentially through a like naturistic perspective. Lots of books on animal biology and things like that. Quite a few books on cryptozoology and the proposed research or existence of certain cryptids and their hunting habits and things like that.
Blowing the dust off of a couple of these books and flipping through them, I think Dan is getting the impression that this could be a hell of a resource. I think, like, okay, giant shadow birds in the forest and magical chicanery notwithstanding. Yeah, man. If it's your house,
Sick.
it feels safe to me.
Okay, I'm in, but I want to look at all the stuff.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think James speaks up and says, "Well, I mean, this is a turn of events, but this room has provided the knowledge that I needed, uh, that has saved my ass more times than I can possibly count. And if it's with your blessing, then I think Journey would be more than safe here. It's none of my business, it's not my decision, but that's my 2 cents."
I mean, okay, dude, but like, I'm still not sure that your relationship with my mother was entirely appropriate, so.
I promise you, I did not have relations with that woman.
Mordecai's like squinting behind the glasses, looking at him. All right, well, I think I'm going to set the house to medium safety on your end. Just for now.
You know what? That's fair.
I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that.
You saw like the sconces on the walls turn towards Mr. Sitwell and like get like a little like evil eye for a second and then like reset back to normal.
Be our guest.
You're just-
Be our guest. Put our
Yeah, you're just
service
setting the house
to
to
the
petty
test.
for him.
Yeah.
Just an asshole.
Not dangerous,
Um,
just petty.
I'm going to actually, because you
Yeah,
said
like-
that, the for the mechanics of the house, I'm going to lower James's bond by 1.
Oh no.
From now on, whenever he like wants to find if he's looking for a pair of socks, he can only ever find one.
Yeah, it's like stealing
Yeah.
his
Like-
shit.
If he's looking for a
That
book in
kinda
the
shit,
office,
it's just
it's
like-
going to be out of its alphabetical order so that it takes more time
Exactly.
to find it.
Yeah. This is actually a perfect moment to just get above board here and explicitly state like, hey, this is part of the setting pieces for season 2 is that for between arcs as kind of a home base, CSU is going to be around, and also Mystrend Manor, Mordecai's home is going to be kind of the home base that we're going to be touching in with. And we're going to be using
Love a
uh
home base.
we're going to be using the this strange old house kind of concept and some of the rules from that from the Codex of Worlds book to help with that. And that's where a lot of these mechanical ideas are coming from. Also, there is a custom move for Mistrend as a phenomenon, and everyone who has a relationship with the house will have like the ability to like kind of, if you're nice with the house and everything's cool, your bond with the house will build. And so Dan is starting with 0. Journey is starting with 0. Mord has 1 bond with the house. James has 1. LaFleur has 5 because he's lived here forever.
How long is
and the
forever?
Yeah, sure. The moves are the move is called Not All Who Wander Are Lost. Occasionally, the house decides to move around, and when it does, roll plus bond with the house. On a 10 plus, the house will assist you in some way. If you're trying to get across the house quickly because you need to find something, you'll probably roll this. On a 7 plus, you'll do what you set out to do in a normal amount of time. And on a failure, the house will play a trick on you because it needs entertainment too. Yeah, and there are other things going on here, but that's part of the fun
don't say.
of this
Always.
evolving over time and that'll be something that kind of happens and builds up through the between arc mysteries. And so, with that, back into the narrative.
Cool.
Yeah, Lafleur very happy with all of these things. Says, "Wonderful! It'll be so nice to have new friends and guests to be around. Uh, let's celebrate. Let's have a dinner." Uh,
No more scotch,
and
please.
Lafleur, what?
I said no more scotch, please.
Journey fucking swaying on her feet after sipping scotch.
One damage from tummy hurt. One harm.
Yeah, one harm from upset tummy. Mood. Yeah, and so we move forward into the night, and we have I guess for most of you relaxing, maybe semi relaxing, a little unsettling being in this new space and home, and we have this dinner, and everything is kind of progressing through the night. Uh, Lafleur sets up rooms for you to be able to stay in for the night and everything. And everyone goes off to have a nice sleep.